Coming to you live, Week 1 continues from Fort Moultrie Stadium, Memorial Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm Jeff Melanishin, and joining me this season is Charles Doherty. Charles, what are you looking forward in today's matchup?
Well, first of all, Jeff, it's an honor to be a broadcast partner this season. We've got a great season lined up. I can't wait, and it starts off with a great game between Mexico City and Charleston. Mexico City was a playoff team last season with an 8-4 record. They had to deal with some issues with their roster, but it just shows what a great team they were and being able to hold it all together and get into the playoffs. Charleston on the other side was a little disappointing. They had high expectations, fell short of the playoffs with a 5-7 record. They put a lot of work in the offseason. I know they're excited to go. I can't wait to see the Charleston defense, and I can't wait to see what Mexico City does with their new old weapon and Hall of Fame running back or fullback this season, Ray Bentley.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, right? Because Ray Bentley, we all know him as the running back, but now transferring over to the fullback position. What do you expect to see from him maybe in this first game back since taking a season off?
Well, I mean, I would assume, just like they did when he was a halfback, they're going to get him involved in the passing game. But it also gives Phoenix Jones another blocker for Phoenix Jones. So I'm looking to see both Phoenix and Ray to give that 1-2 punch on offense. It's going to be a huge test here for Charleston.
Cole Varner's got the ball teed up, and we are ready to get this game underway. And we are live, and we are ready for some football in the SFL for Week 1. And it's going to be returned out from the end zone, and a good return up close around to the 19-yard line. So, Charles, this is the first time we get to see what TD Drew can do after coming off kind of a nice season last season for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone on Charleston would say that they need to pick it up a little bit on offense here. They're one of the teams that has committed to a 2 tight end set. That can do wonders for Keith Swearingen in halfback. So I'm excited to see if they give him the ball early and often.
Keith Swearingen, 5,493 rushing yards in his career, and it's going to be play action with Drew, who's going to fire it over to the right, and the pass is going to be caught, and then turning upfield, that's Jay Taylor, so it's his first reception of the season.
I think it's smart starting off with a little play action on the first play of the game to keep that Mexico City defense honest. Now, hopefully, I'd like to see him maybe run it down their throat here and get a first down.
Doing stats for us today is Phil Koss. He's for the St. Louis Gladiators, so appreciate him doing stats for us tonight in the stats truck. So it is 2nd down and 2 upcoming for TD Drew, who again is staying in the shotgun formation. A little handoff to Swearingen, but the defense for Mexico City was ready for that one.
Yeah, the shuffle pass somewhere. Coach Craven is dancing every time he sees a shuffle pass. I think it's kind of hit or miss. Hopefully they don't go to that well too many times because Mexico City is going to adjust to it pretty quickly.
KT Horrell and Greg Gaines on the tackle there. And that's interesting for Mexico City is Greg Gaines moving from corner to the strong safety position. We'll see how that works out for him in this game as a handoff to Swearingen up the middle, his bread and butter, and it's a first down for the Charleston Predators.
Great blocking up front for Charleston. Keith has the luxury of having not only 2 tight ends in Da Vinci and Taylor, but also 2 solid guards in Dukes and Menor.
First down and 10 after converting the first 3rd down conversion of the season. TD Drew will again line up under center. A little offset there for the tight ends, but they're going to go to the weak side, and Swearingen's going to pick up a gain of 2, and we'll do the starting lineups for the Charleston Predators, quarterback TD Drew and the running back Keith Swearingen. But the receiving core, Ken Macaro and Buchanan Simons, and then the tight ends, Lyric Da Vinci and Jay Taylor, and the guards, Fred Dukes and Butch Menor. 2nd and 8 upcoming for Drew, who's under center. Handoff, this time going to the strong side, but the defense for Mexico City is there, and they're going to hurry it up.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. They did the Mexico City read that they had all their guys on the strong side and just shut that down.
Press coverage, throwing it across the middle, and it's going to be broken up, and I believe that was KT Horrell in the right spot, able to knock that ball down.
It looked like Charleston was starting to get a little momentum on offense, but Mexico City settled in, and it shows the discipline from the Mexico City defense, able to cause them to go to 4th down and get the ball on offense.
Starters real quick for Mexico City. Defensive ends Brock Lee and Skylar Kingsley. The defensive tackle is Dan Tritz making his first game. The linebacking core, KT Horrell, Ronnie Watson making his first start. Dexter Jackson, and then the secondary, Jack Napier, Zaron Pryor, Han Toomey, Jeffrey Daggs, and Greg Gaines rounded out as the return is going to be stopped at the 33-yard line. So now we get to see the Hall of Famer, Matt Wilson. But not before we get R62 for his first penalty of this game. And that's going to be the ever-important clipping call. And that's going to push Mexico City even further back.
Yeah, big test here for Mexico City, but they've got more than enough talent on offense with two Hall of Famers in Matt Wilson at quarterback and also fullback Ray Bentley.
The rest of the starting lineup for the Mexico City on offense, Matt Wilson, the quarterback. Phoenix Jones is the new halfback taking over for Ray Bentley, who's going to move over to the fullback spot. Receiving core, Nicholas Daggs making his first start. Receiving core also includes Jason Bartley, KL Barrett, and Fox Highwind making his way over to Mexico City courtesy of London and throwing it over the middle, and the pass is caught, and just like that, there it is. Mike Daggs, first catch of the season.
And clearly the best tight end in the league is Mike Daggs. He showed it with his stats last season. Great way to lead off this with this drive and hitting Daggs in the middle over that stout Charleston defense.
4-down lineman for the Predators here on 1st down and 10. Wilson will hand it off, and going up the middle is Phoenix Jones, and he's only going to get a pickup of 1. And we'll get the starters for the Charleston Predators on defense. The defensive line, Dick Baker, Jeff Hollywood, Joseph Soboka. Linebacking core, Jack Hoffman, Jack Brown, and Tommy Zanardi. The secondary, Johnny Bravo, Corey Menner make up the corners. Free safeties, Josh Reese and Zachary Bates, and the strong safety is Zach Lay. 2nd down and 9, Matt Wilson under center. Short drop, fires it out, but it's going to be picked off by the Predators, and they're going to be set up in good field position.
Yeah, that was a big play for number 38, Zachary Bates, to get that interception. He was just camping out there, tight on his zone, and just it looks like he read the eyes of Wilson and just grabbed it, and big turnover, big momentum swift change for Charleston. The
leading interception totals, or excuse me, he only has 5 interceptions now with that one, so a little bit of a making his presence felt here as he was in the nickel sub packages as the strong safety coming down and making the play, and Matt Wilson threw it right to him. So TD Drew will take over, pressure in his face, and he is going to be sacked, and the first sack of the game is courtesy of Dan Tritz.
Yeah, that's the defensive line for Mexico City just took over from the Charleston blockers, and they had no chance to get the routes to set up, and it looked like they're going to have to do something here, maybe put a fullback in the backfield to protect their quarterback.
Dan Tritz, in his first game, making his presence felt. That's his first sack in the SFL. He's going to remember that one. Throwing it deep, and it's batted up in the air and knocked down. Han Toomey was in coverage.
Yeah, interesting play calling on Charleston. I was expecting maybe a little bit more running, especially since that's one of their strengths. It looked like they think they can succeed. Maybe they saw something on film that they could test those cornerbacks in Mexico City, but that's always a pretty daring proposition.
And coming into this game, Ramos Lynn, the coach and the owner of Mexico City, he was talking about forcing Charleston in these long 3rd down attempts, and there they get the stop, but it's going to set up the ever-important field goal, as with the reception. That one was Lyric Da Vinci, who Charleston is actually dedicating this game for his brother that passed away in the offseason.
Yeah, big catch by Lyric Da Vinci, and we all have hopes and prayers for the Da Vinci family on their loss.
4th down and 2, looking to put up the first points of the game, courtesy of Amanda Moyer, who was perfect last season. And the kick is up, and it's through the uprights and good from 35 yards out. And just like that, Charleston on top, 3-0.
Yeah, Charleston I'm sure they wanted to walk away with a touchdown, but I think the key here going up against Mexico City is if you get in around that red zone area, you got to put some points on the board, and now Mexico's got to respond.
Now the home faithful can get up and applaud as they got 3 points, and now we'll see what they can do for defense, making it the 12th man here at Fort Moultrie Memorial Stadium. As Moyer's got this ball teed up and her foot goes through the football, and we are going to get this one back underway. It's going to be fielded 3 yards deep, and surprisingly, it's going to be returned out. Thought maybe for a touchback, but they're going to bring it up to the 19-yard line.
The good news is Mexico City has a cagey veteran quarterback in Matt Wilson, and he can shake off that interception the way they ended their last drive. So let's look to see if they get Jones and Bentley engaged here in a strong running game.
But this Charleston defense is no slouch, as they have a lot of, especially on that linebacking core, a lot of veterans. Wilson handing it off, trying to go up the middle is Jones. Again, it's going to be a short gain, pick up a 2, and that's the thing that we've been seeing so far is these defenses have been stout against the run, and we got really 3 really good running backs.
Yeah, we're looking at 2 defenses that are very disciplined. They don't make many mistakes. They hold their lane and execute the play to perfection. So this is going to be tough to put some points up on either team.
Wilson again will go under center, 2nd down and 8. He's got Bentley and Jones in the backfield. This time they're going to go. It's going to be a fumble by Ray Bentley, and it's going to be picked up by the Charleston Predators. Again, another turnover deep in opposing team territory.
And not the debut run for Bentley that he was hoping for, but I didn't see on the replay. I was checking to see if maybe one of the linebackers got their hands on the ball, what caused that ball to slip out, but I missed it.
And just like that, you had the interception by Matt Wilson to Zachary Bates, and now the fumble by Ray Bentley. And maybe Charleston could put this one and punch it into the end zone. I know their fans and players would love to see that to put the lead up, but instead it's going to be TD Drew throwing it underneath to Swearingen. Makes a nice move to go north with it and picks up a gain of 1.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different looks on the at least targets on the offense of Charleston. That one, you just see how fast the Mexico City defense is. He didn't have any chance once he caught that ball. Mexico City was all over it.
2nd and 9 upcoming. TD Drew under center. Swearingen in the backfield. 2 receivers to the bottom of formation. Buchanan Simons and Macaro. And instead, they're going to flip it out to the tight end over on the left side. Pass is going to be caught by Taylor, turning it upfield. It's going to be 2nd down and 2.
A smart play, good route running by Jay Taylor, good pass by TD Drew, setting them up for 3rd and short, and you've got all different types of options they can do in this position.
1 for 3 on 3rd down so far are the Predators, so the good job for Mexico City to force them to have to stop it on 3rd down. But Swearingen is going to try to get there, but he's going to be 1 yard short. The defense again coming up big for Mexico City and getting the stop that they needed.
You'd think that that Charleston offensive line going up against a 3-down lineman, they're going to have a significant advantage, but not so much. The defense of Mexico City just really rise to the occasion.
Wow, if they do decide to run a play, this is going to be really big for this early portion of the game, as we still got 4:18 left to go in the first quarter. All right, they got the jump, and they actually got the playoff. They were going to be stopped, but Mexico City jumped.
Yeah, it looked like 77 Dan Tritz jumped off, and at the beginning of the game, we talked about how disciplined both teams are, but looks like a little slip here, and now Charleston still has life.
What a big play there. Good job from Drew to get the jump. Normally you would see that from Matt Wilson on the other side. KG veterans for the quarterbacks playing dividends here, especially Drew. 1st down and 10. Drew dropping back, all sorts of time in the pocket, throws it up. It's going to be intercepted on the tip drill, and it's going to be given back to Mexico City, but they're going to have a ways to go. But on the tip drill, Zeron Pryor with his first career interception.
Congratulations, Pryor. He was in the right place at the right time, so executed perfectly on that tip drill and got the ball back, and Mexico City dodged the bullet.
So maybe a little bit of a momentum turning play here as Mexico City gets the ball, but they're going to be at their own 6. So if they're looking to put some points on the board, they're going to have to go the length of the field to do that. Wilson under center. Again, split back in the backfield behind him. It's going to be a handoff this time to Jones. Going upfield, pickup of 2 on the play before he's going to be stopped.
I like it that they haven't given up on the running play. I mean, I think that's something they need to, I think they can't just rely on the arm of Wilson to get the victory here.
Jack Brown, 833 tackles coming into this season. He's 6th among the linebackers. Oh, but this time, Phoenix Jones, another carry, and he's going to be losing those 2 yards he just gained, and it's going to set up a long 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough running up the middle on this Charleston defense. I haven't seen many off tackle runs. Maybe they'll go back to the playbook and make a couple adjustments.
So far, both defenses have been playing spectacular despite 3 points, but that was courtesy of a turnover. And so that's going to be 4th down and 8 as a handoff to Bentley going up the right side, and Mexico City is going to have to punt.
And Charleston has shown that it's going to be hard to run against that defense, and now their offense gets the ball back, and it looks like it's going to be in pretty good territory.
And just like that, we are going to see for the first time a punt. George Amy will get the punt away 4 yards deep in his own end zone. And it's going to be fair caught at the 39-yard line. All right, start Charles. So we've seen already a couple of big plays made by the Charleston defense. What do they have to do on offense here?
Stick to the to the guns, man. You got to keep feeding Swearingen. And, use those 2 tight ends and those 2 offensive guards to overpower that 3-down lineman look that Mexico City's showing.
So from the Mexico 39-yard line, Drew under center. Handoff to Swearingen, trying to get it going up the left side. Does a spin move, and it's going to be one of his better runs. Pick up a 4 on the play.
And not a bad run. It wasn't too flashy. Got 4 yards out of that. But I'll tell you, as the game goes on, when that 3-down line set of Mexico keeps getting hit like that, they're going to be short of breath here in the 4th quarter.
Very quick moving first quarter. Both teams doing a lot on the ground game, keeping that clock running. Under 2 minutes left to go in a very fast moving first quarter. Drew taking a shot deep, but it's going to be knocked down, almost intercepted. Looked like he was going for Simons on a little bit of a post route towards the middle of the field, but Daggs coming up and saying no.
Yeah, that's dangerous. You don't want to test Jeffrey Daggs. I mean, he's made many a team. He's burned many a team when they do try that. But I would look to maybe throw a little bit more corner routes and out routes than even try throwing a post against Mexico City.
Yeah, I interviewed Jeffrey Daggs before this game, and he's looking to be one of the better free safeties in this league, and he's definitely on that right trajectory and throwing it underneath. But it's going to be enough for the first down, and it's going to be hurried up here as the pass was caught by Buchanan Simons. First down and 10. Handoff to Swearingen this time. And it's going to be a pickup of only 2 on the play, and still they're in the formation that they want to keep going.
Yeah, that's interesting that they're doing the hurry up here. Let's so far it's not getting a lot of yards for them, but well, here we go.
Yeah, Drew out to Jay Taylor, enough for the first down, and just like that, they're going to keep it going inside the SFL red zone yet again. 3-down lineman for Mexico City, handoff to Swearingen, trying to get outside, pick up a 2, and it looks like they're going to let this take their foot off the gas pedal here.
I think Mexico City is thanking them for doing that, because it looked like they had them on their heels and should have kept the in that gear and kept pressing with the hurry up.
Linebacker looks like he's going to come off the edge here for Mexico City, and he will drop back. Drew will drop back as well, and he'll fire it out to Taylor, trying to turn upfield, but it's going to be stopped with 1 yard short. 3rd and 1 upcoming. Yeah,
nice 3rd and 1. I think those tight ends, it's all day on those out routes. I mean, I think the defense of Mexico City is kind of trying to close it down on the medium to deep routes. So, TD Drew could do that route all day and get a pretty good efficiency going.
Hantumi with the tackle from his cornerback spot coming down on Jay Taylor, the tight end. Shotgun formation, a handoff up the middle for Swearingen, and that's going to be enough for the first down as they're going to be close to the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him around the 6, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. Charleston, thanks to a Amanda Moyer field goal, on top 3-0. You're watching the SFL on Twitch, and we'll be back right after this. Back to the start of the second quarter, and Charleston deep in Mexico City territory to the 5-yard line, looking to get the first touchdown on the game. Drew under center, Swearingen in the backfield as Macaro's to the bottom of the formation and Buchanan Simons to the top. It's going to be a handoff to Swearingen going up the middle, and he's going to get to the 2-yard line before he's going to be wrestled down on the play by Greg Gaines.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this battle here of the offensive line of Charleston going up against Mexico City's goal line defense.
Second down upcoming for Drew, who's under center. Swearingen in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, trying to go up the middle, and he's going to be close. And they're going to say that he was down?
Close. I don't know. You might want to throw the flag on that one.
It looked like he got in on that one.
They're going up against a 3-down lineman, so they clearly have the advantage if they're going to do a power run.
They're going to say he was short, that his elbow touched down before the ball crossed the plane. And we all know what's coming next. Swearingen handoff, trying to get to the outside, and that's easy money for Keith Swearingen as he goes up the side and into the touchdown for his 42nd rushing touchdown of his career.
Yeah, only needed a yard. It was great way to capitalize on the Charleston offense. And they had a clear advantage over the line of Mexico City. Hopefully they have next time they're out there on defense, maybe they can change the look a little bit with 4-down linemen, because the 3-down line look is getting taken advantage of by Charleston.
Just what a powerful drive orchestrated that time for Charleston, as it was 11 play, even though they only had to go 37 yards in a 1-yard touchdown run. That was the longest drives in terms of plays in this game so far. As Moyer kicks the extra point through the uprights, and it's good. And right now it's 10-0. Charleston on top of Mexico City. So Charles, it's been kind of the turnovers have been the bugaboo for Mexico City. Besides holding on to the football and cherishing it like a baby, what do they have to do here to maybe get something going positively?
I think holding on to the ball is the first step, but they need to get a long, sustained drive here going. Get some rhythm on their offense, because it looks like maybe they're kind of a half step off on executing on their game plan.
Are you kind of surprised that we really haven't seen Matt Wilson air out that football?
I think there's a reason why. I mean, we've said all game how good both defenses are, but in particular Charleston, and they're pretty stingy, and don't want to test them too much.
First down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Wilson under center, split back behind him, short drop, and he's gonna fire it out to the left, but it's only gonna go for a pickup of 2 as Phoenix Joe only able to get 2 yards on the reception.
And let's see if they factor in Bentley on some swing passes, because when he was at that in the halfback position, he was the king of the screen, man. When he got that ball, he was dangerous. Let's see if they can take advantage of that on Mexico City.
3 receivers, 2 to the bottom of the formation, 1 to the top. Wilson under center again, short drop. This time he's going to go to Ray Bentley just like you wanted them to. But this time the defense swarming yet again to the football. And just Zach Lay was the first one there to lay the hit on Ray Bentley.
Not a bad play by Mexico City. I mean, if they keep feeding it to Bentley like that, he's going to break one eventually.
3rd and 6. Mexico City looking to convert the 3rd down and keep this drive alive. 0 for 1 already in the contest, and down goes Matt Wilson. The sack on the play, courtesy of Joseph Saboka, who had 16 last season, and this will be his first of season 16.
It looked like Charleston on defense did a little twist stunt and took advantage and kept the offensive line off balance on Mexico City. And Wilson didn't have a chance to get the ball off.
And we'll see George Amy punt the football for the second time in this game. It's going to be fielded, a little bit of a spin move, but get the ball up to the 44-yard line. So Charleston will get the ball back, and they've been eating all the time of possession here in this game. What do you want to see from this Mexico City defense?
Well, they're gonna need to take over the on the line there and take kind of shove their will down their throat, because right now the offensive line of Charleston has got the upper hand.
Drew dropping back 5 steps. He's going to sling it over the middle of the field, but Daggs almost with another interception. That's going to be his second pass deflection as it falls incomplete.
And it's only a matter of time. You keep testing Daggs, it's going to stick in his hands, and he's going to make you pay for it.
Daggs adding to his 46 pass deflections, make that 48 in his career. Second down and 10. I know he would like to add one of those as an interception. So second down and 10. Drew in the shotgun. Macaro to the bottom of the formation. Simons to the top. Drew, shotgun snap, takes it. All sorts of time, throwing it underneath. That one was almost intercepted by Greg Gaines, but it falls incomplete. Third down upcoming for the Predators.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of options for TD Drew. I mean, everyone was well covered downfield, and I think the only thing he could have done or should have done was dump it off to Swearingen.
Third and 10. Drew under center. 4 of 7 on third down so far for Charleston in the game. Can they convert this one? Drew dropping back. Will fire it. Pass is caught. That's going to be enough for the first down and gain the first reception of the season. Ken Macaro.
Yeah, it was a great route run by Ken Macaro, but TD Drew, he didn't have a lot of room to get that ball in, and he just got it right in the breadbasket. Looks like the 2 wide receivers did a cross route.
And just not enough there. We saw this in a couple of games last night even, where it seemed like third and long was almost like 3rd and 1 for some teams. And there Charleston made it look that easy yet again. So Drew under center at the Mexico City 41-yard line, drops back, and they're going to fire it out to the sideline. Simons with the catch, but they're going to say he was out of bounds, so Drew leading him just a little bit too much.
Yeah, it was hard to see whether or not he got 1 foot in, but that's a tough pass to complete, and you really got to run a crisp route there in order for that to work.
And we've seen that a couple games that I've called with TD Drew, where sometimes it just seems like he's leading his receivers too much to the sidelines. So we'll see if that's something that they could work on here going forward. So second down and 10 for Drew, throwing it underneath, batted up in the air, but it falls incomplete. And Charles, they're going to hurry it up yet again.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little pass happy here in this series.
Third down and 10, Drew dropping back, 4 receivers out in the formation, throwing it deep, but it's going to be intercepted. And going back the other way is Jack Napier. We all remember what he did with Atlanta and making a name here in Mexico City, as he will get his 9th interception on his career.
Yeah, the Jack Napier and a couple other of his friends, it looked like Daggs was back there. One of them was going to hold on to that one. That was not the best throw into a well-covered wide receiver.
And that could be the momentum that Mexico City needs in order to get their offense going here.
It definitely got to get on the other side of the 50.
10-0, Charleston on top of Mexico City with 7:26 left to go in the first half. Empty set formation, throwing it underneath, but it's going to be batted down. And that was Jack Hoffman in coverage.
It looks like they tried to run an all slants route in the middle, but the linebacker wasn't having any of it. Jack Hoffman just camped out there and swatted the ball down.
And then the first meeting of these two teams was all the way back in season 14 when Charleston faced Mexico City in Mexico City. That score was 34-19. Mexico City get with the win. Here a little bit differently, 10-0, but it's still early. Matt Wilson will hand it off to Phoenix Jones. He breaks. Oh, he almost broke. I thought he was going to break out of it. But going for the ride and only picking up a gain of 7. That was Jack Hoffman on the tackle.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 here. Let's haven't heard a lot of tight end Mike Daggs here. Let's see if they go to the superstar tight end on this play.
Empty set. Wilson under center. 5-step drop. Throws it deep, and this one is going to be turned over. Matt Wilson with his second interception thrown, and at a costly time, as Corey Menner will get his interception.
And Corey Menner was had the wide receiver well covered on that, and the pass looked like it was extremely short of the wide receiver.
Looking for KL Barrett deep downfield, but Wilson just a little bit of an underthrow.
Yeah, definite underthrow. That was the word I was trying to find, Jeff. Thank you, sir.
This is why they put us together in the broadcast booth, Charles, so I can help you out.
You complete me.
There you go. First down and 10 from the Mexico City 48-yard line. Drew dropping back, but it's going to be a little bit of a halfback draw play, but the defense swarming to the football for Mexico City will get there and get the stop. Brock Lee with the TFL.
Now, look, I'm a little puzzled that Charleston isn't taking advantage of their sheer power on that offensive line and with the two tight ends and just running it down their throat. They're trying to throw a lot. I think maybe too much.
Short drop and the pressure in his face, and he is going to be dropped. Dan Tritz with his second sack tonight.
That's impressive going up against you got three defensive linemen going up against a full house on the Charleston side, and excuse me, the lineman was able to just fight his way through the guard and tackle and go straight to the QB.
Coming in with 7 sacks when he was at Madison in the SFL minor league and making his presence felt with 2 here in his debut in the SFL week 1. Throwing it out. Oh, I thought that was going to be tipped in the air, but instead Drew was able to find the completion to Lyric Da Vinci, and it's going to be 4th and 8.
Lyric Da Vinci really runs a great out route, and it was good that TD Drew was able to get it to him. I think they're missing a key point on their offense by not giving the ball to Swear Engine.
And now we've seen 2 back-to-back interceptions, leading to two back-to-back punts. As this one is going to be down at the 2-yard line. What a punt from Saddle.
That was a beautiful punt, and Mexico City again is starting out with horrible field position.
Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. As a handoff will go up the middle, that's going to be Phoenix Jones with the carry and a pickup of 5.
A nice run on first down to give the offense of Mexico City a little bit of breathing room. That was looking pretty scary there on the 1-yard line.
2nd and 5 from their own 6. Wilson under center. Handoff to Jones up the middle. This time it's going to be a pickup of 2 on the play for Ray Bentley before he's going to be dropped. 3rd and 3 upcoming. And I'd say this is a very important 3rd down here this early in the contest.
Yeah, I'd say stay conservative. They're probably going to throw it deep when I say that, but one thing you don't want to do is give the ball again to Charleston deep in their own territory.
Wilson, the KG veteran Hall of Fame quarterback, making some adjustments. 4 down linemen for Charleston on this 3rd and 3. Handoff to Jones, but the defense says no yet again. Just the offensive line for Mexico City is not doing a good job of slowing down the defensive line for Charleston, and Sobolka yet again with another tackle.
A great tackle by Sobolka. He just grabbed onto the shoelaces of the running back and kept him from the first down.
Maybe spending a little bit too much relying on guarding Dick Baker and Jeff Hollywood, and all of a sudden you got Joseph Sobolka right in your face.
Here comes Charleston again with great field position, and they could just keep kicking field goals all day and just keep putting Mexico City in a hole.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they've seemed to be just living in the Mexico City side of the territory. Rent-free at that. So 1st down and 10 from the Mexico City 36-yard line. Drew under center. two tight ends on the formation with Macaro to the bottom and Simons to the top for the receivers, and Swearengin a little bit off center in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to Swearengin up the middle, and he's going to be picking up a gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, no, I mean, neither offense is really putting up big numbers here, but I'm a big fan, and I think I've made it pretty clear of the going conservative on offense, primarily with Charleston. I think they could their success would even get higher if they keep doing that.
KT Horrell with another tackle on the night. Drew stepping back. He's got all sorts of time in the pocket, finds the receiver, and it's going to be close. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 upcoming as he finds Simons on the sideline.
Yeah, Simons just kind of waiting there, reading a book, waiting for to get the ball, but the smart play. I actually thought it was going to be a sack. Every time you see the quarterback scooting around in the pocket there, it doesn't bode well, but TD Drew hung in there and was able to get the pass off.
3 down defensive linemen for Mexico City on this 3rd down and 1. Drew under center, 2-by-2 set with Swearengin in the backfield. Handoff to Swearengin, looking to get to the outside. He's got a 1st down. Breaking out of a tackle. He's loose. Can he get into the end zone? He will for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Keith Swearengin, touchdown, Charleston Predators.
I love it. I mean, it shows the power of Swearengin there. He went through 2 defenders, taking it to the house. Great blocking set up on the edge by the Charleston offensive line. That's what they need to do, and now the pressure is on for Mexico City to see how they can respond.
It was Jeffrey Daggs who had him wrapped up, but Swearengin just a little bit too powerful of a man as he had his eyes set on the end zone, and he hits pay dirt for the man they call Cheetah with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game as Amanda Moyer looking to tack on the extra point. The snap is down, kick is down the way in. It's through the uprights and good. 17-0. Charleston on top of Mexico City. That drive, 3 plays, 36 yards. One of the lower, less run plays going for a touchdown here. And Charleston with the 2 touchdowns on the board really is what's making this game stand out more than what it should be.
And the position where the drives are starting out is just phenomenal.
Yeah, Mexico City with 6 drives. They've run a total of 20 plays. Meanwhile, if you look at Charleston, and you brought this up, letting the as we got R62, so I'll bring this point up after the penalty. And R62 is calling a defensive holding, or offensive holding, so that's going to move Mexico City back. And that seems to be another thing, is Mexico City keeps shooting themselves in the foot, either with turnovers or penalties. But with Charleston, they've had 7 drives, but they've run 40 plays, so already doubling up what Mexico City has done.
Yeah, this is not characteristic of the Mexico City on both sides of the ball. They're making some mistakes that we just don't normally see.
Split back formation behind Matt Wilson, who's under center. Trying to go outside, and look at Phoenix Jones breaking off a 1 tackle, but Compass was a little bit off balance there, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of 4 on the play, thanks in large part to Tommy Zanardi, the outside linebacker.
Yeah, Zanardi just pushed right through the line, and the entire defense of Charleston just dominated the Mexico City offensive line and blocking scheme, and the running back just had nowhere to go.
2nd and 14 from their own 7. 4 down defensive linemen for Charleston. Wilson under center with the split backs yet again. Handoff, this time to Bentley going up the middle, but it's only going to be a pickup of 1 on the play before he's going to be dropped by the linebackers of Hoffman and Brown.
It looks like the defensive line of Charleston ran a fan stunt there, and it looked like there was going to be a good run off that draw play, but the linebacker, and this is key when you're running that fan stunt, that he reacted quickly and shut that lane down.
And that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning of the first half. With the score, Charleston on top 17-0. We'll be back with the last 2 minutes of the first half after this. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. And we are back to Fort Moultrie Memorial Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina. Wilson throwing it up, and again, it is going to be intercepted. Looking for K.L. Barrett. yet again, but just cannot seem to be on the same page. And Menor with his second interception, Matt Wilson's third interception of the game.
Charleston showed a 3-down lineman look, and they blitzed the linebacker. I don't know if that rattled Wilson a little bit, but the ball was not well thrown at all, and the cornerback just read that perfectly. And overall, great across the board for the Charleston defense.
First down and 10, and again, inside Mexico City territory are the Predators. Drew under center, empty set formation, drops back 7 steps, slinging a missile, but this one's going to be intercepted. Back-to-back turnovers by both quarterbacks, and this time it's going back the other way with Napier as he will bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Charleston decided to send every wide receiver on their roster deep on that one, and Mexico City was waiting. And again, I would not be testing these guys deep. I mean, they've shown a lot of success on the out routes for a passing standpoint and also running. So kind of head scratcher there while they're trying to go deep.
Charleston got the ball first to start the game. So a touchdown here for Mexico City or a field goal could prove a momentum swing in this game that Mexico City desperately needs now to get something going on offense, as Wilson dropping back, and he'll fire it out to the outside, and he'll complete that pass to K.L. Barrett.
Yeah, they've got a minute 43. They got to get something up on the board there, at minimum a field goal, because they can't go into the locker room down 17-0. That's going to be a pretty deep hole to dig out of.
So second down and 5 from the Mexico City 30-yard line. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. 1:43 left to go in the first half. 2 receivers to the bottom of formation. K.L. Barrett is lined up at the top. And then Jones and Bentley in the backfield. And there goes Jones with his best run of the game, and already up to the 40-yard line. And look at that, at Mexico City getting close to midfield.
Yeah, plenty of time. Need to show a little bit of urgency, though, there. Get up to the line quickly and get that play off, because 1 minute and 25 seconds is not a lot of time there.
The clock running. 1:19 left to go. Still split back in the formation behind Matt Wilson. This time Jones is going to be stuffed for no gain. Matt Wilson hurrying his troops back to the line of scrimmage. 3-step drop. Will fire it. Pass is going to be caught by K.L. Barrett. He's loose. Almost breaking out of tackles, but getting inside Charleston territory to the 22-yard line.
That was a huge play. Much needed play by Mexico City. Charleston decided to send the linebacker in on a blitz again, but Wilson, as he always does, just got hung in there, patient, waited for the wide receiver to finish out his route and just hit him perfectly in stride.
Exactly what the doctor ordered, and it couldn't come at a better time than the last 2 minutes of the first half, when nothing has seemingly gone right for the offense. But Matt Wilson, the Hall of Fame quarterback, just doing what he does. Doesn't seem like there's no pressure too big for the man, as he will go under center to receivers to the bottom of formation. K.L. Barrett again to the top. Short drop. He's going to fire to Bentley coming out of the backfield, and Ray Bentley will pick up 8-9 yards on the play, and they're going to hurry it up. Second down and 1.
A smart play. You don't want to turn over here. Just be conservative. You got to walk away with at least a field goal.
44 seconds left to go. Quick drop back. We'll fire it. But that one is going to come back and haunt Jason Bartley as it goes off his hands, and it could have been intercepted by Charleston, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was dangerous. I had to pause there for a second. I thought that was going to be an INT.
And this is the 7th play of the drive, and in terms of Mexico City, this is one of their better drives of the game, as this will be the 7th play. But the pressure in his face, and Matt Wilson's going to be sacked yet again, as again Sabolka getting in there, as he is a man on a mission to disrupt any momentum that Mexico City seems to have.
Yeah, completely overpowered the offensive line of Mexico City. They didn't allow the time for Wilson to let those routes set up, and it was just in his face, and it just was bad from the start.
Mexico City burns another timeout with 39 seconds left to go. Cole Varner will come on, as he was 27 of 29 last season. As the snap is down, kick is out of the way, and the first points of the game for Mexico City this season is courtesy of a Cole Varner field goal. It's now 17-3.
And that was a fingernail from a blocked kick for Varner there. But this was big for Mexico City. They needed this. They've got something positive to take into the locker room.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before, even that when that drive started after the interception from Jack Napier's, a touchdown or a field goal, just any points that you could get on the board, especially with Mexico City getting the ball first to start the second half. Cole Varner will tee this one up. Fielded 1 yard deep in the end zone. It'll be brought out here, and it's going to be past the 20 to the 23. So with 30 seconds left, are you expecting any sort of risks for the Charleston Predators?
Well, they've been rolling the dice a lot today. I would, I would run the clock out, but when I say that, the offense will probably try and chuck it deep.
They're just going to take what Charles says and just use it against you. First down and 10. Drew, the sidearm missile throw pass is going to be caught by Macaro, but it's going to be second down and 1. And they're not even going to want to attempt to burn a timeout.
Yeah, very dangerous. I mean, a turnover in this neck of the woods could lead to another field goal or even a touchdown by Mexico City.
Are you surprised, though, with that positive yards that they did not take a timeout? Last play of the first half is a Keith Swearingen handoff, and he is loose down the sidelines. He's at the 30, and he is going to be tackled from behind by Dexter Jackson. That was probably a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
Yeah, that was a pretty run. Little tricky handoff there by T.D. Drew to Swearingen. Again, good blocking on the edge there, and Mexico City dodged the bullet.
So the last play of the first half is a Keith Swearingen run that Dexter Jackson had to chase down for the tackle. And so Charleston, in their home stadium, Fort Moultrie Memorial Stadium, up 17-3. And Charles, as we enter the halftime studios, just give us some of your thoughts on what you saw in that first half.
Well, neither quarterback, is having a banner day. Both of them have three interceptions apiece. The secondary on both sides is playing very well, very stingy. I think that's going to continue here in the second half. But I think what stood out to me was the running game of Charleston. I mean, we all know that's bread and butter, but they did try and be a little crafty and with some downfield passes. I'm hoping to see less of that here in the second half. I think if they stick to the ground and pound game plan, I don't think that Mexico City is going to have an answer.
Man, that's the thing is with that ground and pound game that they've been doing, and you could credit the turnovers as well, as they have run 43 plays compared to, Mexico City's brought it back. Remember, it was 40 plays to 20, but now it is 43 to 31 in terms of Charleston having plays run compared to Mexico City. And just that drive alone, that 11-play drive that Mexico City had where they got the field goal, it does so much momentum work for their team. And hopefully, like you said, getting the ball rolling and Mexico City could put up some points. They've played good defensively. Yeah, they've given up some touchdowns, but they've really come to play now for the offense and getting the ball back. What do you, or in terms of halftime adjustments, what do you want to see from both teams?
Well, I kind of stated what Charleston needs to do. Ground game, use Swearingen until he can't walk. But on the Mexico City side, I think that if they develop more of on the sidelines, passing on the sidelines, you can't give up on Bentley and Jones. They have to keep touching the ball, maybe build in a little more screen plays, short passes, just to get some momentum going. But I think one of the things that may wind up haunting them if Mexico City is able to stay in the game is that 3-down lineman set on defense, which is proven to be a problem going up against that offensive line, especially when they get close to the goal line.
Remember, Charleston's coming in with two players on that offensive line, guards Fred Dukes and Butch Menor, proven dividends, even though Mexico City did do kind of a good job in slowing down Swearingen. But as we saw, Swearingen's legs just kept getting better and better as that first half wore on. But just in terms of stat-wise, Matt Wilson with 69 passing yards, he's 6 of 11. He's got 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. And remember, this first time that these two teams met in Mexico City, again, it was Charleston that held Matt Wilson without a touchdown throw, and that was there was 4 times in season 14 where Matt Wilson did not throw a touchdown pass, and it just so happened that one of those was against Charleston, and he threw a touchdown pass all of season 15. So let's see how this one starts off in the second half. As Amanda Moyer's got this ball on the tee, and we are getting the second half going. I'm Jeff Melanishin. Joining me in the broadcast booth is Charles Doherty, and doing the stats for us in the stats truck is Phil Koss, as the ball will get to the 21-yard line. So that's where we will see Matt Wilson and company start their first drive of the second half.
Let's see what Mexico City can do on offense in regards to getting Mike Daggs, their tight end, a little bit more involved. He's only been targeted, I believe, twice in the first half. He's a key element to their success, and they've got to figure out a way to get the ball in his hands.
Wilson under center, flip back in the backfield, handoff to Phoenix Jones. He's the lightning of Ray Bentley's thunder. That's what Phoenix Jones has coined them, and that's going to be a small pickup of a gain of 4.
And not bad for first down. I mean, they're keeping the ball moving, giving the quarterback Matt Wilson a bunch of options here on offense on what to call.
Still going to stick with that split back formation. Matt Wilson under center. Jones and Bentley in the backfield, and this time Jones another carry, second consecutive carry. It's going to go for no gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 upcoming as Jack Hoffman with the tackle.
I think I think they're running a spread formation, and the bad thing about that is I believe it's putting Daggs on the sideline. You've got an all-star tight end there that is sitting on the pine.
Yeah, he's only had 1 catch, and that came all the way back in the first quarter for 13 yards. Handoff to Phoenix Jones, trying to do anything he can to get out of that tackle, but it's going to be all for naught. Yeah, he's getting the tackle big all 99. Jeff Hollywood with the tackle, and it's going to be 4th down and 4, so Mexico City is going to have to punt on their opening drive of the second half.
Another good series for the Charleston defense. I mean, they're shutting down the run and not giving anything for the Mexico City offense to build any momentum.
And then just going back to what we heard from the coaches is Ramos wanted to get Charleston into 3rd and longs. Meanwhile, it was Allen for Charleston where he didn't want any of the big plays to happen. And so far, it's been all Charleston and limiting those big plays from the Mexico City offense.
Let's see what Charleston does here. Let's not try and be cute. Let's let those guards, even Dukes and Minner, earn their paychecks and lock it up with the defense and run it down their throats.
1st down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Macaro in the slot. Simons on the outside. Handoff to Swearingen, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. They're going to say no gain, but KT Horrell coming up and making the stop.
That was a big stop by the inside linebacker. She read it perfectly from the snap and was able to shut down that gap and hit him in the backfield.
Already 5 tackles on the afternoon for KT Horrell. She has 1 tackle for loss and a pass deflection as well to her name. 2nd down and 10. Still from their own 39-yard line. Handoff to Swearingen going up the middle. And that is going to be another gain for no gain on the play as coming down. Dexter Jackson. Remember, he had the touchdown saving tackle for against Keith Swearingen to end the first half.
Yep, the dogs are barking on defense. They're shutting it down. It's a big 3rd and 10 for Mexico City. They got to get the ball back.
3rd and long. This is what Ramos wanted. Can they get the stop here and force Charleston into a punt? Drew dropping back. Will sling it out. Pass is caught. Simons with the reception. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Buchanan Simons.
What a pass by T.D. Drew. Again, I think they can take advantage of that all day there on the sidelines with that corner route. Buchanan Simons ran it perfectly, and T.D. Drew had plenty of time to get rid of that ball.
And Jack Napier in coverage. He fell down going for the deflection, and he had 2 interceptions in that first half, but there just let Simons get behind him, and then Simons just knows what to do with it for his 40th career SFL touchdown and his first in season 16.
Yeah, Charleston's on fire. Mexico City's got to find something to they got to find a bucket of water somewhere to throw on them.
And Amanda Moria will come on to attempt the extra point. Snap is down. Her foot goes through the football, and it's through the uprights. And good, making it a 24-3 ball game, as that was a 3-play, 61-yard drive. And again, all 61 yards came in with the Buchanan-Simons catch, because they held Swearingen to no gain on back-to-back runs. And then on 3rd down and long, Ramos was saying that he wanted to get Charleston in those 3rd and long situations, but there, just let the receiver get behind them. 4 yards deep, and this one's going to be brought out. Trying to get to the outside is Jason Bartley, but he's going to be tackled at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, big series here for Mexico City. If they want to stay in this game, they're going to have to answer up in this series.
So let's see what Matt Wilson has in store on this drive, just needing to get anything going positive to get some momentum going to right the ship, as it's going to be a handoff. And again, the defense swarming down on these run plays, Charles. It's just incredible what we're seeing, that they are not allowing these halfbacks in Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley to get going.
Yeah, the defensive line locked on their man, and it allowed the linebackers like Brown just to go into the gaps and just shut it down completely.
Gail Barrett to the bottom of the formation, 2 receivers to the top for Mexico City. Matt Wilson dropping back 5 steps. He's going to take a throw deep downfield, bat it up in the air. And again, it seems that every throw that Wilson has thrown out there has been into double coverage.
Yeah, clearly double coverage. They were all over the receiver like bookends, and a nice little deflection there. Excuse me, by number 22, Josh Reese.
Reese, another one of the stellar defensive backs. He's looking to make a name for himself as well, already with 2 All-Star game appearances in his first 2 seasons. He has to thank Alan and Johnny, he said in the interview when I interviewed him this week, has given them props for taking a chance on him, as this one was thrown out by Wilson, but it was deflected and it falls incomplete. And again, another 3 and out for the Mexico City Aztecs.
They've got to dig deep and find something to get some momentum back, because right now Charleston is dominating.
Now, Charles, in a game like this, I mean, yeah, it's kind of getting away from you, but is there something that Mexico City can do? I know it's probably going to have to happen on the defense, getting a pick 6 or something, but what would you say to Mexico City on the sidelines?
You got to start building up some small success. I mean, get a couple first downs. Get the drive going, and a long sustained drive, and walk away with I mean, I know time's going out here in the 3rd quarter, but you're going to have to get the ball in the hands of Dags, and also get those star halfbacks, running backs engaged in the short passes and the screens.
TD Drew under center, starting this drive out, 2-by-2 set. Swearingen in the backfield. So a small step drop back for Drew, firing it out to Swearingen, but he's going to be tackled for no gain on the play, courtesy of number 42, Ronnie Watson, making his first start in the SFL.
Yeah, on the flip side, Charleston, they're going to need to do some sustained drives to take the time away from Mexico City. They did that long bomb on the last play that was very successful, but I think they got to get some sustained drives here.
2nd down and 10 for Drew, who's under center. Handoff to Swearingen. Nice spin move. Another one, putting the Aztecs in the spin cycle and gaining 7 yards, 3rd and 3 upcoming for the Predators.
Yeah, a lot of spins on that one. I mean, maybe 5 or 10 spins on that. Nice run. Didn't have a great hole from a blocking standpoint, but Swearingen, showed his skills there, what he can do when you give him the ball.
24-3, Charleston on top of Mexico City. 3rd and 3 upcoming for Drew, who takes the shotgun snap. Will fire it underneath. Pass is going to be caught for a first down, as that's going to be Lyric Da Vinci, the tight end, with his first grab in the second half.
And Da Vinci is a beast in that short passing game. You could feed it to him all day long. I mean, he just kind of did a hook route there in the middle and just stopped and waited for the play to develop. He wasn't going anywhere.
So they convert another 3rd down. 3 down linemen for Mexico City. 1st down and 10 from the Mexico City 45. A little bit of a draw play to Swearingen, but this time the defense ready for it yet again. And again, Ronnie Watson coming in and making a TFL.
Yeah, there wasn't anywhere for Swearingen to go on that one. And it looked like the play took a little time to develop, and that gave Mexico City on the line to take advantage and just shut it down.
2nd and 12 for Drew under center. Simons to the bottom of the formation. Macaro to the top. Throwing it to Swearingen coming out of the backfield, and he will pick up positive gain on the play. Pick up a 7, setting up another 3rd down and 3, Charles.
Nice play. I mean, they're in good position there. 3rd and 3. Nice conservative play, giving it to Swearingen, see what he can do, with the ball. Was able to get a good, good 7 yards on that play.
8 for 13 on 3rd down. That's a 61.5% for all you stat nerds. As that one, Swearingen going to pick up another 3rd down conversion. And you said, Charles, you wanted them to go on a little bit of a drive here, and they've taken it to Mexico City here on this drive.
Yeah, I love the play calling. It's eating up time. They're getting positive yardage, and the clock slowly ticking away, and the sand's coming out of the glass here for Mexico City.
Nice, using an hourglass reference. I like that. And a handoff to Swearingen, but the defense for the Aztecs finally coming up and trying to say no. That's going to be KT Horrell again with another TFL.
Yeah, KT Horrell's all over the field tonight. I mean, she's really good at reading the play, watching it develop, and just close it down when she sees the opportunity.
2nd and 11 from the Mexico City 33-yard line. Drew dropping back. He will fire it out to Da Vinci, who takes a shot at the end of that from Jack Napier. But it's going to be another pickup of 7 and setting up, stop me if you heard this before, another 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, it's perfect. I love it. I love it. I mean, perfect play calling. Da Vinci, as I said before, man, he's a beast. Keep giving him the ball there on those short and middle routes, and he's going to kill you.
Looking to get their 10th 3rd down conversion of the game. Drew firing it deep, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone for a touchback. Greg Gaines making the transfer from corner to strong safety and making his presence felt here in the later portion of the 3rd quarter.
It looks like the wide receivers stumbled on the route a little bit. I don't know if that impacted the play at all, but the defense of Mexico City, they were all over that play, and Charleston gave them an opportunity to get some momentum back, which is that's what happens when you try and push it downfield against them.
And Charles, that looked like the same play that Simons ran for a 61-yard touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like he was running that corner route yet again, but this time the defense for the Aztecs were ready. As again, the Charleston defense was ready for Phoenix Jones, but they're going to say he picked up a gain of 1.
Yeah, they're down 3 scores here, and maybe they should Mexico City should implement a little bit of that no huddle that Charleston did in the first half.
Again, going into the split back formation, Jones and Bentley in the backfield behind Matt Wilson. Jones getting the carry. And again, it doesn't seem like he can't find the vision or the holes, and he's going to be tackled for a pickup of 2, 3rd down and 7.
I couldn't see the whether or not they were in a tight end flex or a spread formation. And I'm going to go back to my earlier point there. You're putting an all-star tight end on the sideline if you keep running that spread.
Daggs is out here for this 3rd down and 7. And he's going to fire it for Matt Wilson. Connects with KL Barrett, who now has 72 yards on 3 catches for his name. And Matt Wilson and the Aztecs convert a 3rd down.
Yeah, it was a not the prettiest of throws out of the hands of Wilson, but it hit him right in the breadbasket, and this is giving Mexico City a little bit of life.
First down and 10 from the Charleston 49-yard line. Wilson dropping back, fired on the out route, and that's going to be the first catch in his new uniform. Fox Highwind with the grab and a pickup of 3.
Yeah, nice route run by Highwind there, and nice vision by Wilson to see the open wide receiver and get a good pass off.
2nd and 7 upcoming for the Aztecs. Now up to the Charleston 46. Bentley and Jones in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle for Jones, and he's going to pick up 3 yards. Going to be setting up a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. That's nice, and they're in Charleston territory. We haven't seen that a lot this game, so maybe we got a little bit of fire starting to light up on the Mexico City side.
Fans here at Fort Moultrie Memorial Stadium getting on their feet here, trying to be the 12th man, but Wilson will fire it to K.L. Barrett, who makes the grab. First down, Mexico City, as they are marching down the field.
Great way for Wilson to stand in that pocket as it started crumbling and just got rid of the ball at the last second. Perfect throw to the wide receiver and kept the drive alive.
The 7th play of the drive for Mexico City. Already 44 yards on this drive, looking to extend it. First down and 10, under a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Short drop, will fire it. Pass is going to be caught, and that's going to be Jason Bartley with the reception. Getting close to that first down marker, going to be short by 1 yard.
Yeah, this is what we were expecting at the beginning of the game. The nice ball movement, Wilson throwing the ball around to his wide collection of wide receivers, and it looks like they're starting to get a little clicking going on.
Handoff up the middle with that one. There goes Phoenix Jones with a first down carry down to the 22. That takes us under 10 seconds up to go in the 3rd quarter, so that might have done it for this 3rd quarter. My prophecy is correct, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Charleston on top, 24-3, but Mexico City is marching. Can they put the football in the end zone? Find out as we'll get the 4th quarter underway in a matter of moments. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Fort Moultrie Memorial Stadium. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on Twitch. I'm Jeff Melanishin, Charles Doherty in the broadcast booth with me. And Phil Cost is doing the stats for us. 24-3, Charleston on top of Mexico City. A handoff to Phoenix Jones to start the 4th quarter. And it's going to be a pickup of 3 on the play, setting up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Jeff, they have to get in the end zone here. I don't think a field goal is going to be, I think a field goal is going to be, a failure here from a drive standpoint. They got to put 7 points up.
Yeah, you got to think if you go for a field goal here, you're either waving the right flag or you're maybe hoping for a miracle that may not come. As a handoff up the middle this time, Phoenix Jones looking to get going, but the defense for Charleston says no on that play, setting up a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Yeah, Tommy Zanardi just shut that down and just hammered the halfback of Mexico City.
Take a look at Johnny Bravo, the corner for Charleston, going out into his formation. So 3rd and 7 for Matt Wilson, who's under center, empty set, dropping back 5 steps, taking a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Matt Wilson to K.L. Barrett. That connection has been there all day, and there the prayers are answered, and Mexico City gets into the end zone.
Yeah, prayers are answered. They needed that desperately. Now they've got life and almost a full quarter to get the ball back and put it in the end zone again. Matt
Wilson throwing another touchdown pass. That is number 275 in the career of the one Matt Wilson. Coming in first in that category, just adding to his total. 37,000 passing yards. He coming in second with that one. And the kick from Cole Varner is through the uprights and good. So it's now a 2-score game, 24-10. And now the onus goes back onto the Mexico City defense, Charles.
Definitely. Yeah, pressure's on Mexico City defense and also on Charleston's offense. They need to, as we said before, they need a long, sustained drive to eat up the clock. Don't try and get fancy out there. Just, know what brought you here, and that's a good running game.
11-play, 81-yard drive for Matt Wilson and the Hall of Fame quarterback, orchestrating a good drive when Mexico City needed it. That has been their longest drive in terms of plays and yards in the game, and it couldn't come at a better time because it's better late than never.
Let's see what Charleston does here on offense. I don't want to see them pressing it down the field too much because they're going to give it back to Mexico City with plenty of time on the board.
Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 from their own 19. They'll start with a handoff to Swearingen going up the left side. And look at the blocking downfield. Macaro gets a block. Da Vinci and Simons is down there as well. And it's going to be Swearingen inside Mexico City territory just like that.
That's amazing running. Look at the hole he had on the outside. Did a couple spin moves there. I mean, this is exactly what Charleston needs to do.
Cheetah with a big play. And they are set up in the Mexico City 42-yard line. Drew under center. 2 tight end set formation. Swearingen offset behind Drew, who gets the handoff and will pick up 3 yards before he's going to be tackled on the play by Dexter Jackson.
Yep, as the clock ticks away, that running is the nemesis now of Mexico City. They got to do something to put Charleston in a passing situation.
A turnover for Mexico City would prove mightily here for them, but can they get the turnover that they need? 2nd and 7. Drew dropping back. He fires it. Pass is caught by Macaro. He breaks out of a tackle, and he's going to be stopped at the 3-yard line. And just like that, they are in business, and they are marching this ball down the field at will.
So much for Charles's advice. There are not a lot of area available to get that ball in. It was a perfect pass by TD Drew. Just thread it perfectly, and now they're in scoring position. And Mexico City's got to reach into their bag of tricks and find something to get that ball back.
Jeffrey Datch tried to make a diving tackle on Macaro, but Macaro was able to shake him off. Handoff to Swearingen, and he is going to be stopped behind the line. He's going to be pushed back to the 4 defense coming down. Ronnie Watson was there for the tackle.
I'm going to say it again. Don't get cute. Charleston's, they're clearly in the driver's seat right here, and all they need is a field goal to really put the pressure on Mexico City.
2nd and goal from the 4. Drew under center, drops back 7 steps, pocket collapsing, and he is going to be pushed down to the ground by Brock Lee for a sack.
Yeah, TD Drew took like a 7-mile drop back there and gave time for the defensive lineman to just charge in there and put him on his keister.
Drew didn't even try to just move away. He was like almost like he was accepting his fate. But no, more importantly, the clock is still ticking down. Now we're under 8 minutes to go, 7:34 to be exact. Drew under center, Macaro to the bottom of the formation, Simons to the top. Play action, rollout, firing it back across his body, and he finds Lyric Da Vinci for the reception. It's going to be 4th down and goal, but they get the ball back to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, this should be an easy chip for Amanda Moyer to really put the pressure on Mexico City.
And when this is underway and when the ball is snapped, it's going to be under 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Snap is down. She strikes the foot through the football, and it's through the uprights and good. 27-10. Charleston on top of Mexico City. But more importantly, Charles, as we came into this contest, did you ever think that Charleston would be able to do this? Just how they've shown, getting the turnovers, turning that into offense, turning that into points, the big plays. Were you expecting something like this, or are you expecting a much closer contest?
I was expecting a closer contest. I mean, we said at the beginning that Charleston in the offseason needed to figure out some way to improve their offense and put points on the board. And so far, they're really showing that they did their homework. And 27 points was something I did not expect.
When I was talking to almost everybody from the Charleston team, it seemed like last season was just a little bit of a blip on their radar, so to speak. And everybody that I was talking to seemed like they had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder to come out this season. And boy, did they do that against Mexico City here. I mean, still plenty of time left, but just the way that they've been playing against this run game, again, Charleston's been a defensive team, and they're showing it here again this season.
Yeah, I mean, they've basically shut down an all-star tight end in Mike Daggs and two stellar running backs, fullback and halfback. Haven't really done anything for Mexico City today. So great job by the defense in Charleston.
2nd down and 8 for Matt Wilson, throwing it across the middle. There's a catch by Mike Daggs. Only his second reception, and he came in with 13 yards. That came all the way back in the first quarter, and now adding 9 to his total for that one. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, they've got 3 scores they need. They're going to have to get a sense of urgency and start pushing it down the field and getting up to that line quick.
5:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Handoff to Phoenix Jones going up the middle, and another good run. Gets the ball out to the 36-yard line. 1st down, Aztecs.
They're starting to get a little energy there for Phoenix Jones up the middle. Nice block. Looks like it was an off-guard run and set up well by the blocking of Mexico City.
So 1st down and 10. You take a look at Corey Menner. He has 2 interceptions, those coming back in the first half when it was pretty much back and forth where no team wanted to hold on to the football. 1st down and 10. Wilson dropping back, throwing it across the middle. Pass is going to be caught. And again, 1st down, K.L. Barrett.
Yeah, that wasn't working for them in the first half, but they probably made some adjustments here at halftime on what Barrett needed to do on that route, and it was a great pass by Wilson, and it threw it into the den of wolves, and he was able to get a completion.
Ball's at midfield, 1st down and 10. Couple of nice 1st down conversions here for the Aztecs. Wilson under center, handoff. Phoenix Jones will get the carry, a little bit of a hurdle, and they're going to be picking up a gain of 2.
Yeah, really, they got to get the ball off a lot quicker than they have been.
There you go, hurry up. Nice one-handed catch by K.L. Barrett. It's going to be 3rd down and inches. Wilson hurrying his troops to the line. Gets the snap off, throwing it again across the middle, and the pass is caught by K.L. Barrett again.
Great accuracy on that pass.
Threw it into coverage. Defender for Charleston went for the deflection, but it falls incomplete. And here, looking for K.L. Barrett yet again, but the defense swarming to K.L. Barrett's side. And a little bit of an overthrow from Wilson as well. Could have been intercepted by Charleston.
Yeah, if Ronnie Watson hung on to that, it would have been ball game.
Aztecs. Matt Wilson leading the troops downfield, now to the Charleston 25-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Empty set shotgun formation for him. Wilson under center. 3-step drop. Will fire to the sideline. Pass is going to be caught by Highwind. Can't turn upfield, but it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
You got to get that ball off quick.
Same formation yet again. Wilson to the end zone. Touchdown! K.L. Barrett with his 2nd touchdown grab of the day. Matt Wilson with his 2nd passing touchdown of the day. Touchdown, Aztecs.
Wilson's, getting a little hot here in the second half, and might be too little, too late here. But they're going to have to do an onside kick here, and they're going to have to ball's going to have to bounce in the right direction, and they're going to need to have some favor from the football gods in order to pull this off.
Mexico City back-to-back touchdown, or not even touchdown, but back-to-back scoring drives. Varner with the extra point through the uprights and good, making it a 27-17 ball game. That was a 10-play, 82-yard drive, resulting in a touchdown pass from Matt Wilson, the Hall of Famer, to K.L. Barrett for K.L. Barrett's second receiving touchdown of the day. And just like you alluded to, Charles, they're going to try and attempt the onside kick. Remember, the ball has to go 10 yards before Mexico City can touch the ball. Kick is up, and it's recovered by Charleston in Mexico City territory at the 38.
And all Charleston needs to do is make no mistakes, and they're gonna walk away with the win here.
3:58 left to go in this contest. 10-point game. So plenty of time left to go here, but Mexico City needs to get a turnover or get a stop. A little halfback play halfback run up the middle from the shotgun formation. Yeah, I heard you.
I thought they were going to pass it.
I thought so too. I was like, this might work against them, but again, good play from Mexico City getting the stop, setting up a 2nd down and 10.
And as the clock ticks.
3 timeouts remaining for Mexico City, but remember, we still have the 2-minute warning upcoming. Still plenty of time left, though. Drew under center, Swearingen in the backfield. Macaro to the bottom of the formation. Simons to the top. Handoff to Swearingen. Pickup of 1 on the play. Are you surprised that maybe they didn't call a timeout here?
Yeah, I mean, you rarely see it done, if at all, but now's the time, I think, to stop the clock and not wait for the 2-minute drill. 2-minute warning.
2:56 left to go, so 3rd down and 9. And this is something that Charleston has been good at this game, is 3rd down conversions, 56.3%. They are 9 of 16. 10 first downs total gained for them over the course of this game. And so they will take the play clock down to 2 seconds before they get the snap off. The shuffle pass, but that could have been a turnover. Swearingen held onto the ball and took the yard. So it's going to be 4th and 14 upcoming, and a punt. The first punt that we're seeing from Charleston in the second half.
Wow, that was Dan Tritz was just like standing there ready to eat the biscuit as soon as that was given off. I haven't seen this may be the first broadcast I've done where there wasn't a challenge.
Ooh. Well, now you just jinxed it, Charles. I hope you're happy.
Yep, that's how I roll.
So they did not decide to punt the football, and they took it to the 2-minute warning. So we got the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter coming up. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Welcome back to Fort Moultrie Memorial Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston on top of Mexico City, 27-17. But the hot offense, and Matt Wilson is going to get the ball back. Depends where they're going to get it, though. But the first punt of the second half, the punt is away. It's going to hit and then take a bounce, and it's going to be downed again at the 5-yard line. The second time in this game that Charleston has pinned Mexico City deep in their own end of the territory.
Yeah, Mexico City now, I mean, it goes without saying, has to score quickly, but they got to keep the ball on the sides of the field and keep it out of the middle and get out of bounds, stop the clock, push it down the field. And Charleston's trying to do just the opposite, keep them in the middle and burn the clock out, make them use their timeouts.
Yeah, Mexico City, again, has all 3 timeouts remaining. 1:51 left to go. Does Matt Wilson have another passing touchdown in his arsenal? He's going to start with a throw. Pass is going to be caught by, again, the sure-handed K.L. Barrett in this game, who's torching the Predators here in the last 10 minutes of the 4th quarter. Gets the ball out to the 21, and they're going to hurry it up. Wilson under center, split back. Taking a little bit of time there to get the playoff. Wilson throwing it deep, looking for high wind, but it falls incomplete. Josh Reese with the deflection.
The best part of that play for Mexico City is they stop the clock. But you're right, though. K.L. Barrett is having a heck of a game. I mean, he's got 169 yards receiving.
10 receptions on 13 targets, 2 touchdowns. That's a yards per reception of 16.9. Wilson, empty set, will fire it, quick throw, and it's going to be caught by Highwind, who steps out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and 4, and if he didn't step out, he could have got some extra yardage.
Yeah, definitely could have. But, again, the clock stopped. They have some time to set up their formation, their play, and hopefully get a touchdown on the board here.
27-17. Predators looking to get the first win of season 16. But they got a minute 26 left, and the Hall of Fame Matt Wilson has the football. Short drop. Wilson will be sacked on the play, and they are going to have to burn their first time out of the second half.
They just that defensive line just blew up the Mexico City offensive line and got right in the quarterback's face, and they didn't. I think that was the tackle Tritz that was able to. Excuse me, not the tackle Tritz. Wrong team. Sorry. I think that was Joseph Sabolka that was able to blow up that line.
Would be his 3rd sack of the contest. Wilson, quick throw on 4th down. Are they going to? Did they get it? It's going to be closer. That's going to be close. It looks like he did not get enough for the 1st down.
Yeah,
no,
that was not. Yeah, I don't even think that was close.
Wow. So the ball goes back to Charleston.
Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Golly, wake up, Charles.
But, wow, I mean, he had a chance to catch it and maybe roll out of bounds, but instead he went backwards as soon as he caught it. So Charleston gets the ball back, 2 timeouts remaining, a 1st down. Will just about put the icing on this proverbial cake. 2nd down and 11 is Kingsley with the TFL.
Yep, just hand it off and end the game.
Next Saturday on 11 Sports Network. Week 2 begins next Saturday on ESN, the 11 Sports Network and FTF Twitch channel, as Los Angeles visits Houston and Lone Star travels to Carolina. Then Jacksonville and Florida renew the battle of the Sunshine State, and St. Louis travels to Carolina. Or, excuse me, St. Louis hosts Queen City. Coverage starts at 4:30 Eastern, and the SFL on 11 Sports football season is only just the beginning. As another TFL for the Aztecs is going to be set up a 3rd and 12 with a minute and 11 left to go. T. Drew looking to change the formation, call a little bit of an audible here. 3 down linemen for the Aztecs on the defensive line. Handoff to Swearingen, trying to get to the outside, but the defense swarming for the Aztecs will get another TFL. Zeron Pryor with 4 tackles. That's his first tackle for a loss of the game. It's going to be setting up a 4th and 14, and the clock can just dwindle and tick away as it looks like Mexico City will get the ball back with around 20 seconds left to go.
And now I think they're going to need a miracle in order to get the points they need to tie this up.
And in the other game going on is the Los Angeles Lycans taking on the San Diego Mavericks. That scores in the 4th quarter. It's 28-17. Long field goal from Amanda Moyer. The snap is down, kick is on the way. It is through the uprights from 51 yards out, and she tacks on 3, extending the lead. It's now 30-17.
And a really impressive offensive showing by Charleston today. I did not expect them to put 30 up.
It really has seemed to be a battle of who can withstand the turnovers. Remember, T.D. Drew, he has 4 interceptions in this game, yet 1 touchdown. And so even though in that first half, there was some little bit of shakiness to him, but he really seemed to settle down in the second half, really got to him. Plus, it really helps when you have the Keith Swearingen who can get into the end zone 2 different times for you.
Yeah, that's quite the luxury to have, when you have a excellent running back like Swearingen back there.
Ken Maccaro, 3 receptions for 60 yards. Buchanan Simons, he has 3 receptions as well, 73 yards, and he has the touchdown to extend that lead here in the second half. He got that score. Lyric Da Vinci has 5 for 41. Jay Taylor, 2 for 15. Matt Wilson dropping back will fire it past his cut by High Wind, adding a little adding some more yards to his stat totals. We'll get the ball up to the 35-yard line. Wilson hustling to the line of scrimmage. They will spike it with 6 seconds remaining. Keith Swearingen, 30 carries for 133 yards and 2 scores. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Matt Wilson, he's up to 242 passing yards. He's got 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Nicholas Daggs in his first game was held without a catch. Jason Bartley was 1 reception for 9 yards. K.L. Barrett, 11 for 172 and 2 scores. High Wind, 4 for 28. Throwing it across the middle is Matt Wilson. Pass is going to be caught, and that's going to be the first reception for Nicholas Daggs in his SFL debut. Granted, it comes in the loss, but Charleston getting the win, 30-17. Charles, before we sign off, some of the final thoughts of this game.
A great defensive showing by Charleston. I mean, they held Mike Daggs to 2 receptions and 20 yards, and the team of Jones and Bentley in the backfield to combine under 100 yards total. Overall, great defense, and you got to tip your hat to Swearingen as well. Great game, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both sides of the ball was impressive by Charleston. Heck of a way to start the season. They made a statement, I think, of this game. Hopefully, they can build on it and have a much more improvement than they had last season. I think they said they were going to work on it in the off season, and so far, so good.
Looking really good in this one, as Charleston, they will get the Arizona Scorpions next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, they will travel all the way to Queensway in London to take on the London Knights. Just a little bit of week 2 action coming to you live there. But in the other game, Lycans on top, 31-17. But the defense, like you alluded to, the defense for Charleston it just seemed like it was just too much for the Aztecs, although they did get some scores late to make it somewhat of a game in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, they started to get a little hot in the second half, but the hole was too deep to get out of, and they started clicking too late in the game.
So, more importantly, Charles, who do you think is going to be the player of the game?
I would give it to Swearingen.
Yeah, I would too. He definitely had one of the better games. Although, I mean, with 2 interceptions, you could also give it to Corey Menard. Definitely flipped the momentum anytime that he had those 2 interceptions in that first half. It's gonna be interesting to see who they're gonna give it to. And here it is coming up on the screen. The player of the game, Keith Swearingen, 32 attempts, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 4.4 yards per carry. So now we'll have a quick commercial break for everybody. Then following that, Cam and Mike St. Green will have all the analysis and what's coming up next. Enjoy the remaining Week 1 action for Jeff Melanishin, Charles Doherty, and Phil Koss. Thank you so much for tuning into this presentation of the SFL.